Welcome everyone to this edition of Tri Talks, where we take a few minutes to introduce an event to the province and for this coming summer. So I'm your host, Sebastian Porton. I'm the Executive Director with Triathlon Alberta, and with me today is Witzka and Miles, who are the event organizers for the St. Albert Kids of Steel Triathlon. The St. Albert Kids of Steel Triathlon is an event that is organized in the picturesque St. Albert, and brand new for this year. We have a new location for the event, which we might be able to get to in a couple of minutes here. So if you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the race.
Hi, so yeah, I'm Witzka, race director for the St. Albert Kids of Steel Triathlon. And to tell a little bit about myself, I started triathlon way back when most people weren't even born yet, in 1984, when I was in university. So, and I've been involved with the Kids of Steel Triathlon since 1992, when that first race was organized here. Mm-hmm. And I've done triathlons almost every summer mm-hmm. since 1984, and so distances from sprint distance all the way to an Ironman.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's quite the.
And I haven't been doing triathlons nearly that long, maybe a quarter as long. And that being said, I've gone all the way from sprint to Ironman as well. But I find what's the most important thing is, if we want our sport to continue to be the inclusive, vibrant sport that it is, we need people to give back. Mm-hmm. And that's why I got involved with the Kids of Steel, as well as other races, is giving back to the sport and to the community. And that's really what it's all about.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that message of getting back to sport is like right on point for coming out of the pandemic here and moving forward, and getting, especially kids, getting them back into the sport. Mm-hmm. So what kind of like inspired you to like be a race director?
Might as well already answer that question.
Well, I kind of have. I guess I got a little ahead of myself. But you know what? It's also participation, right? It's you can't just train. You can, I guess, you can just train and go and race. But honestly, I get as much or more out of volunteering and dealing with people and seeing the looks on their faces. There's nothing more precious than watching the 4-year-old little girls come running out of the pool. This is normally a big Fountain Park pool, and they're all of about 12 inches high is what it's like. They're really tiny, and they're just giving her. And to me, that's the most precious moment every year for the Kids of Steel in St. Albert. It's just brilliant.
Yeah, it starts right with the first heat, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's first
exciting. Yeah, that's really great. So that's why I do this. That's why I stay involved. Yeah,
that's really great to hear. And can you tell us a little bit about like the history of the event? And I mean, mentioned it at the top that there's a little bit of a change in venue this year. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So the history of the event, it's been around since 1992. It started then at Fountain Park Pool, but this year we had to change location because Fountain Park Pool is going to be closed from May till September. So we were kind of wondering, what can we do in St. Albert? And there's only one other pool that would be eligible, and that is an outdoor pool, Grosvenor Pool. Okay. So we drew up some new maps, new course. So it's just very exciting because now all the running is going to be on trails, right through the forest and stuff like that. So that will be nice, different, and some little hills there.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the bike course. There'll be a new bike course as well. Okay. So
29th annual this year.
Whoa.
29th year that we've done it. Had COVID not happened, we'd be well past the 30th now, but still nonetheless 29th this year. That's pretty good. So
that's definitely a long-standing race in Alberta, that's for sure.
Yes. Yeah, you bet.
What kind of like distances are you offering for your event?
Well, we've always followed the Triathlon Canada guidelines for Kids of Steel distances. Mm-hmm. So it will start with 50 yards because it's an old pool, Grosvenor Pool. It's been around forever.
Not competition standard.
So it's going to be a little shorter. So starting at 50 yards to and then the bike ride being a 1.5 kilometer on trails, actually, because for the little younger kids, to 500 meter run. Mm-hmm. And then it goes up from there to probably close to sprint distance. We haven't quite decided yet whether how many laps of the bike course we are going to be doing, but up to 5 kilometer run and 50-yard swim, and then the bike will be like another 20 kilometers or around 20 kilometers.
We'll have
Be
some
some
really
fast
happy
swims this year.
fast swim times here.
Yeah, don't say that it's yours, right? No. They'll know.
They'll know that. That's right.
Absolutely. What are some of those like other key pieces of information for participants as well as like for some of the parents, because this is a kids event? Like
Well, we're Crankies will be our bike sponsor again. Crankies in St. Albert here, and they offer a free bike check and helmet check. So all parents can go in, take the kid in along with the helmet and the bike, and Crankies will, upon knowing that you're registered for this race, will give you a free bike check and a helmet check and make sure that everything's sorted out. And if you need any service, they'd be more than happy to help you. So they're a long-standing sponsor of ours. And but just let you know they're going to be around again this year, and that's available for parents, so at no charge. So
that's really great to hear. That's I mean, that's one of those key things, especially for the little kids, to make sure that all their bikes are safe and everything else.
Yep.
Well, I think that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm sure we'll catch up at the race.
We will for sure.
All
Thank you
right.
again, Sebastian.
We'll see you then.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.